All day, Way 31 has been sharing stories of hope as we highlight heart survivors right here in our community. The Widowmaker is one of the deadliest of heart attacks. It's a blockage in the main artery that goes down the front of the heart. In this next story, Clayton Hinchman is living proof that quick emergency treatment can save your life.
I'm 39 years old. I had a Widowmaker heart attack when I was 38 years old. So June 10th came around, and it was a typical day for me. I woke up probably about 5:30 or 6. I put on my gym clothes. I was actually going to go to the gym, but we had something that we needed to turn into a customer.
After a quick check-in at the office and workout, that's when things started to get uncomfortable.
I couldn't stop sweating. I wasn't out of breath. I just felt that I was overheating, and it was really weird. So I was trying to drink water, and nothing was calming me down.
So he pushed on and came back to the office.
Some of my guys around here were actually giving me a hard time because I looked awful, and they didn't realize at first what was going on to me. They thought, hey, you're out of shape, whatever.
Luckily for Clayton, the right people were in place at the right time.
Steve Stelk, who's one of my senior vice presidents here, he unfortunately had a heart attack 15 years ago. He came into my office, he started watching me, asking me to drink water, and then we went downstairs for some training at 11:30, and I couldn't eat my food. I started feeling tightness, started feeling all of the signs of what was happening.
The telltale signs of a heart attack.
I gave Steve my keys, and I said, take me to the hospital, and he said, no, sit down, I'm gonna call the ambulance.
Minutes later, as they were loading him into the ambulance, he collapsed. EMTs revived him and rushed him to the hospital.
Dr. Vasquez was my doctor that was there. He's now my cardiologist, and he took my cell phone and he was calling my wife, and they're trying to stabilize me and figure out what's going on. And he told Leslie, oh, well, your husband is stable, blah, 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 don't worry about it. And at the same time, they were pushing me to go to another room for some tests, and there was a female nurse that was standing there. It's all I remember, and I stared right at her as they were pushing me, and I said, yeah, I'm going over. And then I went down again.
That nurse saved his life.
I found out later that this nurse worked on me for almost 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes of CPR. They were about to put me on ice. I'm hard to kill, I guess. I'm not going to give up. So
this wasn't his first brush with death.
I stepped on a 122 millimeter mortar round May 10th of 2008.
You see, Clayton Hinchman is a fighter.
I lost my leg above the knee. I have about half of my right femur. And I just, like I said, I do my best, try not to let it limit me in any way possible. So
you can bet he wasn't going to let a heart attack take him out. He now has a tiny stent in his heart.
But it was just a simple cut in my wrist and a small stent in my heart, and the blood was able to flow freely after that. We joke around a lot, and I say I'm hard to kill, but after I was wounded in Iraq, I was lucky, and I've never dealt with a lot of the stress issues because I was able to put things into perspective, and I believe that I'm supposed to set an example for other people.
His connection to the American Heart Association as the Heart Ball Chair even stronger than before.
No matter what your gender, your age, your race, whatever that is, it's going to affect all of us in some way, shape, or form, and it's something that we can't shy away from. We have to be cognizant of it and go, this is a problem we have to deal with, and these are the resources we need, and that's what the American Heart Association is doing.
You can join Clayton Hinchman and his family as they celebrate the American Heart Association's incredible work in our own community at Huntsville's annual Heart Ball. It's set for April 2nd at the West End. And for those of you out in the Shoals, you can join in on the Shoals Art for the Heart Gala on Friday, April 22nd at Gas Design Center. Details on the events and how you can give can be found right now under our Beating the Odds section of WayTV.com and on our Way 31 News app.